A warm welcome to all you supporters of classic film and television. Among my selections in this edition of What's on Talking Pictures are some true classics, and they feature some of the very greatest stars of all time. And when it comes to great stars, I have some exciting news for fans of that finest of all singing cowboys, Roy Rogers. The Roy Rogers Show is coming to Saturday Morning Pictures. Made between 1951 and 1957, it stars, of course, Roy and his wife, Dale Evans, as who else but Roy and Dale. Trigger is along for the ride, and their trusty dog Bullet also joins the cast. Roy is our hero, though, coming to the rescue, seeing off the bad guys and wearing a mean 10-gallon hat. It's all a lot of fun and perfect Saturday morning entertainment.
When you get to town, tell Coroner Willis to come out to the Collins place. I'll be waiting there for him. And maybe somebody else. Oh, look. Stop that rattlesnake.
Saturday Morning Pictures also plays host to a hero from a very different time and place. Conrad Phillips stars as Swiss folk hero William Tell. Snowdonia stood in for medieval Switzerland in this adventure series, first shown in 1958. Co-stars include Jennifer Jane and Willoughby Goddard. Now hands up, how many of you are already humming the theme tune? Time for a gritty crime drama. Well, I know how much you love them. And 1954's The Good Die Young is one of the best. Four men with no previous connection to crime decide to alleviate their financial woes by committing a daring robbery. But as they quickly find out, there is no honour among thieves. A brilliant British and US cast makes this an unmissable film. The stars include Lawrence Harvey, Stanley Baker, Gloria Graham and Joan Collins.
What are you trying to do, Rave? Play Robin Hood?
Could be.
What do you want us to do? Steal the crown jewels? Rob a bank?
More crime now with the mini-series The Passenger from 1971. Twists, turns, red herrings, multiple suspects and no apparent motive for murder. This has to be the work of Francis Durbridge. A troubled man picks up a hitchhiker and becomes the main suspect when she is found dead. If you enjoyed Peter Barkworth in Militia, you'll be very happy to see him as the investigating officer here.
During the past 6 months, Miss Clayton made a great deal of money out of horse racing. She actually backed 5 winners in a row.
Smart girl.
Well, it just so happens that the horses in question were trained by you, Colonel.
That makes her even smarter.
I'm very excited to be bringing you not one, but 2 of the greatest European films ever made. We start in Italy with Federico Fellini's 1957 masterpiece, Knights of Cabiria. Much of the credit for this film's success must go to star Giulietta Messina, whose portrayal of the Rome streetwalker looking for love is tender and often heartbreaking. And if the story of Knights of Cabiria sounds familiar, that's because it was the basis for the musical Sweet Charity. But I urge you to watch the original and, dare I say it, the best.
Ma dove abiti tu?
Dopo il rifornimento di benzina.
Dove?
Sulla strada di Ostia al 19° chilometro. Beh, certo che mica una casa come questa.
To France now, and possibly the greatest film of the French New Wave. Breathless was directed by Jean-Luc Godard in 1960 and made an international star of Jean-Paul Belmondo. Breathless is the story of a petty criminal turned murderer who tries to persuade his girlfriend to go on the run with him. Godard cast US actress Jean Seberg to give his film international appeal, but it's Belmondo who dominates as Michel, a small-time crook who aches to be like his hero, Humphrey Bogart.
Ton ami qui te doit de l'argent?
Antonio Berruti, oui. Ta faute.
Brighton is the setting for 2 upcoming British classics, Pink String and Sealing Wax from 1945 takes us back to the Victorian era and stars Googie Withers as a scheming pub landlady plotting her husband's murder. Back in 1945, the Times dubbed Googie's performance remarkable, and I'm sure you'll agree with that when you watch Pink String and Sealing Wax.
Oh, he's not poorly, Mrs. Webster. I'm afraid he's on the drink. Though I must say, I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't working up for a nasty illness.
We linger a while in Brighton, this time in the company of teenage gangster Pinky. 1948's Brighton Rock is a stone-cold British classic, and they don't come much colder than Pinky, as played by Richard Attenborough in probably his best ever performance. But it remains one of the best films made in this country, with top-class supporting performances too. Newcomer Carol Marsh is particularly touching as Rose.
Yeah?
But what about your tea?
I just remembered I got an appointment, 2:30 sharp.
You should have stopped me.
Oh, that's all right. I shan't be too late.
Richard Todd was a relative newcomer when he made The Interrupted Journey in 1949. Valerie Hobson, on the other hand, was film royalty and had just starred in Kind Hearts and Coronets, both turning excellent performances in this film. He as the feckless husband who can't decide whether he wants to leave his wife, and she as the wife who is more forgiving than he perhaps deserves. My final choice is a very rare British noir from 1958. The Spaniard's Curse stars Tony Wright, Lee Patterson and Michael Hordern. A man is sentenced to hang, places a curse on the judge, jury and the prosecuting barrister. Then comes a death that may or may not be coincidental. Three young people with an interest in the case begin their own investigation. I hope you enjoy The Spaniard's Curse as much as I do.
And whoever it may be who committed the crime for which you are about to sentence me to death, you four I summon to meet me at the time appointed in that other court, the Assize of the Dying.
With so many brilliant films and series coming up each week on Talking Pictures TV, it's never easy for me to make choices for the show. Perhaps I've missed one of your favourites. Do check our full schedule to see what else is coming up. If you'd like to write to me, you can get in touch via email at noel@talkingpicturestv.co.uk. If you prefer to put pen to paper, the address to write to is Talking Pictures TV, P.O. Box 592, Kings Langley, Hertfordshire, WD4 4DB. Join me again soon for another personal selection from what's coming up on Talking Pictures TV. And don't miss those two continental classics. After the success of Maigret, we thought we'd bring you more from the continental cinema. I hope you enjoy them.